What to know about Rhaenyra's new Dragonriders, and if more are on the way. Rhaenyra has spent the bulk of Season 2 of House of the Dragon in desperate need of new Dragonriders. Now, in the penultimate episode of the season, she's finally got what she needs. The addition of Ulf the White and Hugh Hammer to her dragonriding crew bolsters a growing fleet that also recently welcomed Addam of Hull. How did we get there? Let's take a step back. Midway through the season, as her desperation grew after the deadly Battle of Rook's Rest, Rhaenyra counted up the dragons on Team Black. In addition to Rhaenyra's own Syrax, Daemon's Caraxes, Jacary's Vermax, and Baela's Moondancer, Rhaenyra is waiting for her son's dragons, Joffrey's Tyrexes and Aegon's Stormcloud, to grow. But Rhaenyra, as the rightful queen, cannot risk dying in battle. Daemon has gone MIA. And none of the other dragons are nearly big enough to take on Team Green, especially with Aemon's gigantic Vhagar in play. Rhaenyra's son Jacary suggests that they search the kingdom for nobles with even a little Targaryen blood who might be able to mount the riderless dragons that live underneath Dragonstone. Unfortunately, the first noble to try to mount one of these dragons burned to a crisp. R.I.P. Sir Stephen Darklyn. But in Episode 6, Rhaenyra learned that a, supposedly, low-born rider, Addam, has been seen riding Seasmoke, Rhaenyra's old dragon. Viewers know that Addam is the bastard son of Corlys and thus, technically, descends from old Valyria. In a handy aside in Episode 7, Corlys tells Addam's brother, Alan, that their mother might have a Targaryen connection. Addam's ability to tame Seasmoke inspires Rhaenyra's Mistress of Whispers Mysaria to tell Rhaenyra about just how many Targaryen bastards were fathered in the brothel where Mysaria used to work. Rhaenyra sends out a call for Targaryen bastards to try to mount her two tamed but riderless dragons, Silverwing and Vermithor. Jacaerys doesn't take too kindly to this new plan. He is, quite obviously, a bastard himself. His father was not Rhaenyra's husband Rhaenyra, who was part Targaryen and part Valyrian, but the knight Ser Harwin Strong. He argues that the only thing that convinced the common folk that Jacaerys was a legitimate Targaryen was his ability to ride a dragon. Now, if Rhaenyra lets any Targaryen bastard mount a dragon, there's a chance that any of those new riders could challenge Jacaerys' claim to the throne. Rhaenyra, though empathetic to her heir's plight, forges ahead with her plan as she believes adding dragons to her side will intimidate Team Green and deter them from all-out dragon war. She hopes that the conflict can end peacefully. Whether that plan is sound or not, Prince Regent Aemond isn't exactly one to back down from a challenge. Rhaenyra does end up adding considerable firepower to her side. Plus, the show hints she could expect even more wild dragons to join her soon. Ulf has been hanging out in the pub in King's Landing throughout Season 2, boasting of his Targaryen parentage and vocally supporting Rhaenyra. At least, that is, when King Aegon isn't around to overhear him. When Ulf's friends tell him about Rhaenyra's call for new dragonriders, he tries to make excuses not to go. He admits that he can't know for certain that his mother's tale about his conception, that he's the bastard half-brother of King Viserys and Prince Daemon, is actually true. Fearing for his life, he pretends that his leg is too injured for dragon wrangling. But his friends say he'll never live down the embarrassment of avoiding this call to arms after trading on his Targaryen blood for so long. So Ulf half-heartedly joins the rest of the white-haired bastards on the boat to Dragonstone. When Vermithor, the first dragon that Rhaenyra introduces to the crew of bastards, begins to burn everyone alive, Ulf courageously, not so courageously, runs away. He stumbles further into the dragon's caves where he encounters Silverwing. Silverwing, known to be a pretty friendly dragon as fire-breathers go, was last ridden by Alysanne, the sister-wife of Jaehaerys Targaryen, king before Viserys. To Ulf's surprise, Silverwing seems to take to him. We then see Ulf clumsily riding Silverwing over King's Landing. It's lucky they didn't get that dragon-piercing ballista working in time to stop him. When Aemon mounts Vhagar to pursue them, Ulf and Silverwing flee to Dragonstone where Rhaenyra watches with her new dragon crew behind her. Aemond, usually not one to admit defeat, is forced to turn Vhagar around.